If you are getting ready to break up with someone and they say, I'll do whatever you want, that is a red flag. And if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or toxic person or whatever, and they say that, like once you break up with them, they say that statement, I'll do whatever it takes to get you back. I'll do whatever you want. They are doing it for you, not for themselves. And the crazy thing is, a lot of times when you discard a narcissist or you break up with them or you get rid of them, they'll say that statement, I'll do whatever you want, and you don't have to tell them what to do. Because guess what? They knew all along what you wanted and what you needed, and they just didn't do it for you. But now, because you're about to abandon them or get rid of them, they'll know exactly what to do. And they'll start doing that stuff without you telling them. And that, of course, is another sign that they were just withholding love, affection, whatever you wanted to do from you as a form of punishment. So they're just doing it for you, and not because they want to. Keep that in mind. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware narcissist Lee Hammett, the narcissist from TikTok that uses his platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, and also in the process validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Okay, so in this series right here, A Narcissist Explains is dedicated to taking my TikToks and making them longer. 60 seconds over there, longer over here. Okay, the one you just watched was about, a narcissist or a toxic person or whatever, promising to give you everything you want on the way out, promising to do whatever it takes to get you back, promising, and all that other good stuff. If you've dealt with a narcissist before, I'm pretty sure, and if you're watching this video, you've dealt with a narcissist, or possibly, or you think so. You're trying to figure out what's going on. A narcissist, when you are on the way out, first of all, a narcissist, we don't think you were going to leave us. Like, a lot of times in our heads, it's going to sound super backwards, but let me explain my mindset. A lot of narcissists have abandonment issues. But we get you so enthralled in us and so into us and that we don't think you're going to leave us. We give you everything you want and need, and we want to make you dependent upon us for love, care, and affection, that we don't think you're going to leave us. So we treat you as such. We take it, we take you for granted and things like that. And when you do, and we stop doing the stuff we did in the beginning to get you, we stop doing that type of stuff. There's no more love, no more hugs and stuff like that, no more affection and all that other good stuff. And then you get fed up, and on the way out the door, a narcissist or a toxic person, whatever, promises to do whatever it takes to get you back. And guess what? If they make that promise, I feel like that promise is a red flag, because a lot of times you don't even have to tell the narcissist what you want them to do. They already know. I'll go to therapy. I'll take that trip you want. I'll do this. I'll be more caring, more affectionate. I'll do all this stuff, and they'll start spouting off the stuff that you want. And guess why? Because they know you already want it. They know what it takes. And a lot of times I'm talking to people on my one-on-ones and things like that over Zoom, they'll say that. I mean, they'll say that I was on the way out, I was leaving, but then they start saying everything I wanted to hear. Of course we say everything you want to hear. If we want to keep you in our lives, why on earth would we say the stuff that you don't want to hear? You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time that the fact that we say it on the way out the door, when you're on the way out the door, just lets you know that in our brains, we already knew it. We already knew the stuff that you wanted, needed, and we just didn't give it to you for whatever reason. Albeit complacency, whatever, we just stopped giving it to you because we didn't want to. And I tell people all the time, that is a red flag. That should be a sign that a lot of times that should be a sign that you should keep going. If you have one foot out the door, put the other foot out the door and close it. Because if you don't, one foot out the door, please don't leave, I'll go to therapy. I know you want me to go to therapy, I'll do it. That means, as I said in the video, that means that narcissist is going to therapy for you. And it doesn't work that way. I call that performance therapy or performative therapy. It's just going to therapy to get you to check that off the list, to show you that I went to therapy. Hey, I said I would go to therapy. I didn't promise that I was going to go to therapy to try to get better. I just said I was going to go to therapy to get you back. I went to therapy. I held up my end of the bargain. You need to come home. You need to chill. And a lot of times, like I said, they'll start to do the stuff that you want. We will literally start to do the stuff that you want. the next day, the same day. But then it gets tiresome. It gets tired holding up the facade because it's the stuff that you want. It's not what we really want to do. So we stop doing it. Again, the patterns continue. You on the way out the door. Just you gonna walk out on us? I told you I'll do anything you want. Whatever it takes this time to keep you. I'll do it again. Just tell me what you want to do. Just tell me what you want me to do. Got you again. And you on the way out the door. And I know you're gonna say, "Hey Lee, it's the trauma bond." And I know. But sometimes you can break the trauma bond before it even starts. Like this is early on in the relationship. A lot of times when you want to leave, like you see the red flags, like I'm leaving, and they're like, "Don't leave. I'll do whatever you want. I know you said you wanted to take that trip. Let's take it." And then you get addicted. Sometimes I feel like the survivor or whatever, starts to kind of play on that too. Because you know if you threaten to leave, they'll start to do what you want, and that's kind of manipulative if that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you only threaten to leave a narcissistic person or your partner because you know that's what, if you do that, they'll start to do whatever you want them to do. That's manipulation too. So that's something to think about. If you're doing that, it's like, well, every time I try to leave, he or she, every time I try to leave, they give me everything I want. So maybe I should just keep threatening to leave. And then you be like, well, I'm an empath. You're an empath, huh? It looks like you're picking up some narcissistic traits, which actually happens. Because just like people say, if you're in a long-term relationship and people say, hey, y'all starting to kind of look alike, the same thing applies to personality traits. Y'all act alike. Y'all act just alike. You might pick up on some narcissistic traits because you've been in a narcissistic relationship for a very long time. You pick up those defense mechanisms. So unless you want to start picking up some traits and have people questioning your intent and you calling you manipulative, sometimes it might be better to sprint 100-meter dash out the door. But like I said, if you allow a narcissist to promise you to give you everything that you want, to need on the way out the door, and you stay, they're only doing it to get you to stay. Not doing it because we want to. Because if we wanted to do it, we would have been doing it. We're not doing it now because we haven't wanted to do it. Because after that love bombing fades, after that phase ends, after the idealization phase ends, we get tired. We want to start doing stuff for ourselves, and that's what we start to do. But you want the narcissist. You want us to keep doing stuff for you, and you keep doing the stuff that we've been doing in the beginning. Like you don't love me like you used to. I actually do. I'm just tired. You know what I mean? Alright, and that's a whole nother video. I got a whole nother video planned for y'all coming about that. It's gonna be fiery hot. But anyways, y'all, if they promising you stuff on the way out the door, they could have been doing the whole entire time. Just keep going out the door. Stop falling for that mess. Please stop falling for it, because if you keep falling for it after a while, the narcissist in our brains, you become an enabler of this behavior. You're not holding us to any kind of standards. You allowing us to treat you this type of way, and the narcissist, narcissist brain think you want this. They think this is just part of our dynamic. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe to the channel for more. You know I'm posting every day. Turn on all notifications. Y'all see me when I post. Stop playing, man. Stop playing with me. I'm just joking. Appreciate y'all a lot. I'm super thankful for y'all. But the Hillness is out. Peace.